This is my review of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, so the Joestar group is traveling by sea to avoid land as much as possible to limit the number of stand users they come in contact with. But unfortunately, it doesn't really wind up working all too well for them. So what happened is they were on the boat, peacefully resting and relaxing while they think of a plan to go after Dio, when the crew reveals that they found a stowaway, a young boy, in the cargo hold, who reveals that he's trying to get to Singapore to see his brother. But unfortunately, they don't really allow stowaways on the boat, and the what is he called, the orderly, boat hand, crewmate, whatever you want to call him, tells off the little kid and tries to drag him back down to the brig so that they can lock him up. But the kid bites his arm and then jumps overboard, at which point the crew members realize that they're in shark-infested waters, and Jotaro goes in after them. And Jotaro quickly uses his stand to dispatch the Stark that is closing in on the little boy, only to discover that he is actually a she, and that he's actually just saved a little girl rather than a little boy. So he pulls her up, but then they're attacked by what is presumably a stand that is somehow seafaring, which according to Abdul shouldn't be possible, but apparently is. And immediately they begin to question the girl because they think that she might have jumped in on purpose to lower Jotaro in so that she could use her stand on him, but quickly realize that she's not an agent of Dio and drop the subject. At which point the captain comes out and tries to wrestle the girl back into the brig for whatever reason, and the captain and Jotaro immediately guesses that he might be the stand user, at which point it is revealed that he is the stand user, mainly because Jotaro tricked him into revealing himself, and he's forced to basically use his stand to try and get the edge. His stand, Dark Blue Moon, is an interesting stand, I guess, because Dark Blue Moon is this seafaring stand, and as it's revealed a little bit later, it has some other abilities. So after being revealed, he grabs the girl with his stand, and he and his stand go into the ocean. But Jotaro is easily able to use Star Platinum to defeat the stand before it goes in the water, causing it to let go of the girl, and then he grabs the girl and tries to pull her on board, until it's revealed that the captain actually had a trick up his sleeve the whole time. So apparently his stand has the ability to summon special barnacles onto the surface of whatever stand attacks it, which slowly grow on Star Platinum and start sapping it and Jotaro's strength. And Jotaro eventually falls overboard into the ocean. So, at which point the captain starts goading him because the captain had survived his ordeal with Jojo, and is now using his stand at full power. So what he does is now that he knows that the stand is going to slowly become immobile, he summons up a whirlpool full of his stand scales, and Dark Blue Moon and him are in the center of it. And Jojo quickly realizes that he's not going to be able to hit him while he's immobile, so he focuses all of his energy into his two pointer fingers and then jabs the stand right in the eye, which does stop the whirlpool and enables Jojo to swim to the surface. And it's revealed that because of what happens, the boat kind of started to collapse and then blew up, and everybody had to go onto some life rafts. And the little girl asks why, who these guys are and what they're doing. At which point, Joseph reveals that it is in fact that they're going on a similar journey to her, which is that they're going to go on a journey to save his daughter Holly, who we've seen. But then just as they're about to have like this touching, heartfelt moment and explain and have like a connection between the two, a giant freighter ship shows up seemingly out of nowhere. So now it's going to be, I have no idea what's going to happen next, really. It's going to be interesting seeing what they do, because I'm assuming they're going to investigate the boat and see what inhabitants are on it. But overall, this episode was interesting, because it's just established that apparently stands can thrive in water. At least they have to be specific types of stands, but it was interesting. It was just kind of an interesting little fight, because it was a fight that was set in an element that Jojo had no way to deal with. It was set in the ocean with a bunch of moving water, and he was unable to get out of the whirlpool and had his strength completely sapped, and was only able to get out because he focused the rest of his energy into Star Platinum's pointer and index and middle finger. So he was able to get out and defeat the stand. And it was just really it. The stand was unusual, to say the least. I liked it, but it was kind of weird looking, especially by standards. Haha, joke. But anyway, yeah, this episode was simple. It didn't progress anything plot wise, but it did establish some. But it was kind of like a cute little side story, I guess. So if you guys did enjoy this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or at least my review of it, and you guys did enjoy them, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out. So I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!